I remember that. I took that game in middle school. Subway Surfers. This kind of Subway Surfers. Yeah, like the one with the very long Subway Surfers. Yeah, like I tried that in middle school. I just don't like how it doesn't save your throat.
I'm just trying to sit down. Oh, no. Step your phone aside. Like a fucking time period. What's it say? Last few seconds hardwood. God.
No.
try this one.
Trevor Lawson, step outside. You and I are gonna have a talk.
Seriously, right.
Let me take roll first.
Yeah, Trevor.
How y'all doing?
Oh, yo. Andrew, you make me sick.
Yeah, shit. It makes me want to vomit at someone.
You mentally want to vomit?
I'm just kidding, Wallace.
What does that mean? You mentally want to? How does one mentally vomit?
No. Stop.
Okay. All right. I'm not the one who said it, man. You're telling me to stop.
Where's his Wallace?
You created this like image in my head. I need some water. Where's it, Nick? Usually get Nick comes through here. Yeah.
Should I volunteer?
No, I want you guys. We got some work to do today. Actually. Anybody follow up? Read about, hear about the new tax plan that's being pushed through the Senate?
Horrible thing.
I ain't happy, but you know, such is life.
Well, the worst thing is what they're doing to Alaska.
But the worst thing, you know what? Screw Alaska. What about me?
Whoa.
Hey, man, you don't live in Alaska.
You talking about
Hey,
Get out of you.
Yeah, but I come off the planet.
No, you know what? You know what? Word. I have worked in Alaska. 3 summers I spent there. I love that state. It is a beautiful place. Alaska sucks. Have you been to Alaska? Who
No.
said that? Have you been to Alaska?
I don't know who said that.
You said
I think
Trevor said that.
I think it was Howard.
First time you know.
Daichi, Devin, Ernesto, Libby, Andrew, Trevor,
I don't want to take
Tai, Xavier, Tyler, Samantha, there you are.
How you doing, Joel?
I'm doing all right. Did you write me an essay last week? Get it done right now. You're going to finish it this period. If it's not finished this period, tomorrow you're going to write me a longer essay, the entire period.
The essay about this period?
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
You turned it in?
Turned it in,
Oh,
signed
nice.
it. You gave it to his son.
Okay.
I was gonna turn it into Mrs. Chris basket, but he said out. He said I'll take it. And I'm like,
That was mean.
oh, you would?
You should have been here 6th period.
I would. Yeah, the song was me. I switched out.
Mr. Wallace, you have visitor.
If it isn't sad, man.
What's wrong?
Everyone loves me, huh?
No, nobody does. I don't know you. You're a lonely man. I don't know.
Hey.
Did you
Everyone
just
loves
now
me.
get braces?
Everyone hates you. Got it, Wallace? You probably hear this from
Everyone loves you.
That's from South Rock.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing that to me.
I also can't fit.
No. Response, don't do
Can
it.
you what?
That's what
Oh, I have a blue one.
Yeah.
Also,
Daddies, we're rivals.
I know I need.
is there anyone who
It's
can?
not a problem.
Do you need to test right now? What do you got, 4th period?
This says
Yeah, you can't go in there and test right now in the 3rd period. You can stay in here and test if you want. If you'd rather wait till 4th period, you can come here and finish the test. How much more time do you need for it?
I just want to take it.
Well, then why don't you do it during 4th when it's quiet? It'll be quiet in here. Or do you just want to drop things all over the damn place?
I just want to finish it. Okay, sister.
All right, that's fine.
I got it.
Trevor's outside.
It's right, Mr. Wallace.
No, he's fine.
What are you talking about? Hey, listen,
Hey, Mr. Wallace, I'll
don't
take care
tell
of
me how to run my class. You be quiet.
I'll take care of it.
Don't tell me how to run my class. If I want to talk to him outside, don't tell me he's fine.
I thought you were talking about this guy.
What was I talking about him?
More going, Mr. Wallace.
Trevor's in trouble.
Mr. Wallace need to be awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. If he knocked him out,
Yeah.
Big old head hit the window. Mr. White's growing up. We sat with that.
So I'm not doing it.
Oh. Smokers.
Oh, this is, last week.
Move, you're blocking my sunlight.
Should I still see it? Is she really trying to get in it? She's, you know what to do, she's like on the ground.
Hey.
Hey, Sam. Sam. Hey, can I get that?
No,
Why?
because it's mine.
Give it to me.
I mean, Sharon is carried.
Look at it. I own this.
You know, hey, Sharon is carried.
Sorry.
Excuse me, sir.
Well, how did you get one, Libby?
There.
Oh, wait, Austin.
Wait, fuck off.
Be sure. What? Yeah, let me get one.
4 o'clock after school, season good.
Let me get one.
Right there. We'll settle this like that.
Yeah.
Let me get one.
Must be one or
Hey,
one.
that was Mr. Walters.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
I was just gonna have fun.
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, wait.
But you're on so hard.
And another thing, you ever do that again, it will knock you out.
That's good.
Okay. Get your feet off the dang furniture. What I say about that? People sit on that stuff. Don't do
So I
that.
can't, if you want me?
Now take him outside, Mr. Wallace.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I can live with that. Alright. Really?
Really what?
Wasn't I nice to you during first, after being mean to you for a little while, and then got nice? No, I wasn't. You weren't paying attention. You son of a gun. Alright, listen up. There's a whole bunch of you, with the exception of maybe 2 people in here, who owe me a whole bunch of chapters. Turn your freaking chapters in. Put away your phones. Get your noses out of your phones.
Yeah, Libby.
You should be working on your chapters if you aren't
I have the notes for that.
doing something else. You have the notes for what?
For those.
For those. What are those? The notes are great. What about all the previous chapters for the rest of the semester so you can justify me passing you?
Okay.
I'm not just going to hand you a pass,
Should
okay?
I turn them in now or later?
You got to turn some work in. Should you turn it? Well, you could work on them now. Listen, why not work on them in class when you have the opportunity? Now, as far as now, we're going to be doing some reviewing. I said we would move on to the sections, the chapters on California. So in addition to the notes, you have some work to do for the California chapters. Okay? That's what we're doing today. So pay attention to this. This whole California thing is important for me to teach you guys because I want you to know at least how your state governance works. Okay? You guys are going to need your books. Yeah, don't all make a rush to the freaking cabinet for your books, you know. I don't want y'all to hurt yourselves on the way over there. What are you doing? Math? Good. Good. You need to tell me, you need to stop and tell me it's a filing cabinet.
Actually doing his work.
Really? Jay.
I told you.
What page, Mr. Wallace?
You know, when you take a guess. Okay, no.
What page?
I'm done, Libby.
Excuse me.
Now watch him say we
Have ladies in here, Libby.
No, you know what I was gonna say? Freaking props, Eric.
Hey,
Nice, really nice.
pine
Nice job. That was
It was,
so
it was,
neat. Yeah,
it needed more volume.
it's no Cat. I should get Cat to come back here and work for you guys. That stuff was epic.
What page?
Page 686, the first California Constitution. So, what I want you guys to do is to know. Oh, you know what, guys? I just realized something.
Did you?
Sorry. We're going to do this real quick. We're going to cover the amendments. So before we get to the California Constitution, don't worry, guys. We got 2 hours together tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Oh, trust me, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I love to do, I love to come to a class where when I say, hey, don't forget we have 2 hours, everyone goes, ugh. Well, I really look forward to that. That's like if I ask a girl out, hey, would you like to go? Okay.
Hey, would you really like to go to McDonald's?
Wallace,
Yes.
is that really what you look for in a woman?
What's that?
Someone who doesn't like you?
Say again. What?
That's what you look for in a woman? Someone who doesn't
Someone
like you?
who doesn't like me.
What page are we on, Wallace?
And trust me, there's a whole lot of ladies out there who don't like me.
Oh, I'm good.
I'm pretty sure that's all women.
I miss
Well, my mom likes me.
Miss Wallace, I kind of some ladies.
I
sometimes.
Yeah, hit stop.
That price himself is really annoying.
Did you just get braces?
No.
We didn't have to. So what page are we on, Mr. Wallace?
680.
Nope.
What page are we on?
Nope. I just said we gotta work on the amendment, 771.
Oh my God.
I just said that. Did you not hear anything I said? I said, oops, we haven't covered the amendments. I just said that. I said before we do California Constitution, California government, we did our SCCs. What's SCC stand for again? Supreme Court cases. Okay, now we're gonna do amendments, all right? So you guys should take out your notes. Take out your notes. I'm gonna list the amendments that I want you guys to know for the final.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Page 771.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Okay, she wants something.
She's right, girl.
She's like, oh, Ms. Ross, can I leave 45 minutes early today so I can go to ceramics? 771. Okay. We're gonna go first. Turn the page on 770. Oh, let's read it together. Okay? Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So, another church, just so you guys know, this extends to all churches. The Church of Satan, I believe in the 1960s, LaVey was the leader of this church, was able to establish and get the government tax breaks for being a church. So this extends to all religions.
What
Yes.
page are we on?
771. We're about to.
Oh.
Okay, if you look at the bottom of
I- I-
771, it says amendments. Yes.
Any notes?
I can't help you with that. Okay.
You're beyond color.
Okay. I can't help you with that. So, would you like to go check with Mrs. Baker and see if she, I don't know if she has study skills right now or a class, if she has study skills and she's free, maybe she can help you with that?
I want to read a fellow.
What?
I want to read a fellow.
You want to read it, fellow?
No, I'm not. I don't want. I am.
Say so?
Dude, are you trying to challenge me? Don't challenge me.
That's a challenge.
This is not much of a challenge.
Challenge is reach.
You know, I'm gonna tell you guys
It's all
something.
for
I'm gonna tell you guys something. I had a former student.
I'm trying to read.
His name was Titus Brush. Titus was a badass running back here. And Titus said, one day in class, he said to me, he says, Wallace, I could take your ass down in wrestling, right? And I said, Titus, no, we're not gonna have this conversation. And every day, Titus would come in. He was my TA, right? He'd come in and he'd say, Wallace, I could take you down. And he would always say it like in front, and you know, and I
Bring
said,
you the
Titus,
wrestling mat one day.
no. So one day after school, we were done, and Titus needed a ride home. He and I became real close because I coached his position in football and stuff. And Titus was very strong. And Titus says, he's sitting there and he's like, waiting for it. And I said, okay, so, and no one was in the class. I said, so you really want to wrestle, huh? And he's like, you serious? I said, well, you said you could take me down. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you one shot to take me down. He said, really? I said, yeah. I said, really? I said, okay, let's go. And so we tie up. I had him pinned so fast. And he was looking at me, he started laughing. How'd that happen? I go, that's called man strength, son. Old man strength. Now shut the hell up, and if you ever challenge me in front of other students again, I'm gonna do this to you again, but I'm gonna make you rub my belly.
I feel like this story is BS.
Totally true.
I'll give it to whatever vibe you want.
Okay, look, listen,
I can
that
cite,
story, I'm gonna say this, that story, I didn't lie about.
I can cite
I can't say that I haven't lied before, but typically when I lie to you guys,
It's not bad.
I'm just messing with you.
How many Bibles do you pass out at those college party balls?
Oh,
that cost?
tons.
Oh yeah, really.
And this
Must
one
have
smoke.
been
This one
expensive.
smoke right now. We can. I got my stuff.
Son, you don't wanna go with me, you don't wanna have anything to do with me.
You drop.
I
Yeah,
got you
that's
something you can
absolutely
wear.
correct, Wallace. You don't want anything
My
to do with
son does that. You know what? One day my son, because he's getting into boxing, and he was like, and he wanted to punch the bag, right? I'm holding the bag, and I said, punch it, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then so he says, hey, what, you want to hit it? Yeah, I'll hold it for you. I said, oh, okay. So we hit it, and I, like 4 or 5 times. He looked at me and goes, damn, I don't want to ever get you mad at me. I said, son, I will never lay a hand on you, except for one thing. One thing. 2 things. If I ever find out my son lays a hand on a woman or he disrespects my mother or his mother, I will lay hands on my son. Otherwise, I will never lay hands on my son. Alright. First Amendment. So it covers 5 elements. You guys need to know these 5 elements. Freedom of, so basically, simplify, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, the right to assemble, and the right to petition the government for redress of grievances. If you guys say petition the government, that'll be fine, alright? So 5 things. Freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, the right, or if you want to say freedom to assemble, and freedom to petition the government for redress of grievances. Got it? Turn the page. 772 through 773. Second Amendment, of course. I'm going to read the Second Amendment to you guys. And I want to ask you guys, what is the gray area that exists in the Second Amendment when people debate gun control? I'm going to read it to you. A well-regulated, this is on page 772, everybody there. Austin, put away the headphones, okay? And you need to be working on something. Hey, first of all, by the way, I know you could kick all of you can kick, I always assume I go into every situation. No, seriously, this is how, I don't care if you are a 2-day-old baby or a 90-year-old grandma. I assume everyone could kick my butt, and I go into every situation accordingly. And I think that it's wise to always assume that. Okay. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now let's read the commentary, the blue part. Each state has the right to maintain a militia, an armed force for its own protection. Today, the National Guard, the national government, and the United States can and do regulate the private possession and use of firearms. Okay? So, yes?
Are we still on 7:31?
No, did you not hear me?
No, because you were talking, telling me this person story about
He said,
getting out
But
kids.
then I moved
No.
past that.
Yeah.
I did. I said now the Second Amendment. And I asked you guys, the instruction I gave you was, I'm going to read it and listen to the gray area here. Okay, so first of all, how do you guys understand then what the Second Amendment applied to? Is this about all people being able to own any gun they want? Well, regardless of whether or not you say it should be, the question is there a gray area? Like, first of all, does this apply to individual people?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. What does it apply to? It applies to state militias. Okay? Now, we can have that debate. So the understanding is, so does that mean in order for a state militia to organize, people should be able to bring guns, whatever guns they want, to the party. Does this make sense?
Mr. Wallace, you know what the
Yes.
definition of a militia is?
Yes.
So it doesn't have anything to do with the government. In the definition, it says that it's not associated. It says, the people, citizens or subjects, untrained, unprofessional, blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so each state has the right to maintain a militia.
Yeah.
Okay? Now I want to read something here. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state.
You just read it again. What is that?
That's the point.
I don't.
So where's the gray area? See,
Oh, well
we can,
regulated.
who would regulate?
The government.
The government would regulate. So does that open, this is about the government. Okay? Who puts the
Well, then the
government?
Constitution can take rights
Oh,
away.
my fucking God.
Well,
language.
There's another question.
If you don't,
No.
if you don't freak
Hell no.
out,
Yeah.
It's got a switch.
It's just a
let it
button.
land, let it land.
Ah!
There you go.
It's back in, God
It's more stable.
Close the door,
Close the door. Hey, close the door. Devin,
Y'all a bunch of wusses.
What, you wanna like trap that in
it's
here?
just a bee. It's not gonna do anything.
It's a wasp, it's not a bee.
Trevor, easy.
Bill.
And Miss Moss, she's gonna take that and she's gonna close the door. No,
Don't close the
I
door.
don't want the door open.
Too bad.
This door will remain open.
I hope it stings me, Willie.
In order to maintain a well-regulated classroom, the doors shall be left open. Okay, so guys, here's the point about this. The wording is ambiguous enough to allow people to own guns, but also for the state to control. That's my point. Okay? And therein lies the problem. So you have some people who interpret, it's like the Bible, right? Some people interpret the Bible one way, other people another way. Some people look at it and say, here's the words, here's the wording. Let's go from there. The wording is absolute. Okay? Here, the wording isn't absolute. The wording is ambiguous, it's vague, it's very general. Okay? The other amendments. We're going to go from amendments, no, we're not going to include number 3. We're going to go 3rd through 8th, then we're going to jump. Because these 3 through 8 has to do with criminal proceedings and your relationship to the law and what they can and can't do to you. B14. He did. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Nah. Thank you though. Peace. Can I have that, please? You're killing me, you know.
Don't agree with that.
Was I ever alive to you?
Yes. No.
No.
Yeah.
Look kind of pale.
Honestly, I hope that wasp comes back. Oh, Willie came back.
Look at him struggle to read.
Hope it lands.
I hope it doesn't.
Me?
No.
I want to keep it.
It won't come back anymore. Well, Lily's right there flying around.
I heard that. Hey, Libby, I heard they're attracted to bright colors.
There you go. Write them down. You guys have your notes out? Write them down. You need to put this in your notes.
There's showing on the airball.
Yeah, who is
You know,
that?
I can just take a picture of that.
Write them down. Write them down. That's fine. I mean, you can take a picture of this. You still have to create
Are
notes.
they gonna be on the board forever?
Yeah, but listen, what I'm saying is just write this out. Is it gonna be on the board forever? No.
It's gonna be on the board,
It's not.
still finals?
771 through 75.
I've always wondered if you were a ninja back in the day.
Oh,
Why would you be a ninja?
It's probably the Beverly
You
Hills.
has all these tattoos. You probably wasn't-
You know what I did one time? I'm gonna tell you guys a story. This will be quick. As you guys are writing this down, I was at one of those parties where people were like doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And I showed up to make sure that people weren't doing those things.
Oh, yeah.
And while I was there was a guy. There's a school called Sacramento Country Day. Maybe you've heard of it. This was a country day party. So some of my friends were going to this country day party to meet up with girls from the Sacramento Country Day School. Right? So I wanted to make sure that my friends stayed out of trouble. So I went along to watch out for them.
Oh, yeah.
While I was there, one of the students from Country Day, he had nunchucks, and he was using them, right? So I grabbed the nunchucks out of his hand, and I go to like use them, and I hit myself in the face.
Were you, Mr. Walsh, were you intoxicated?
No, I was not. That's not a lie, I was not. I took the nunchuck, and it was just, I just got there and thought, I could do that. I figured they were easy, right? I took that thing, and I kind of watched him do it. I went like, thing hit me in the face. Oh man, it hurt. I looked like a damn fool.
Even more.
Even more so.
Make sure you was mad when you get yourself in the face.
Say what?
Were you mad when you get yourself in the face?
No, I was embarrassed. And everyone laughed, and you know what? There's one of those moments where I laughed along with them. I was like, yeah.
Why do people have
I just did
slims?
that. Why do people have slim
Yeah,
fingers?
Libby was eating a Slim Jim now. He's eating one, and there was one in there. I don't know.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Possibly from mine.
Honestly, jump off. You with me, Trevor?
What?
That's how you slip.
Did you write any of this stuff down?
It's-
Hello, Coach. Did you write this down?
Yeah.
There's no one to explain Slim Jim.
Then instead
Why
of
don't you
talking to
see
him
Jim?
about Slim Jims, why don't you write this down?
Why?
Well, he's the one who started.
A what?
You don't have
I
to
don't
fucking
see-
get involved.
Hey, Mr. Wallace.
Trevor,
Wallace.
go take a walk.
Mr. Wallace.
Take a quick walk. Just walk up to the CD office, see if there's any chocolate. If there is, bring it back. Let's go.
Okay, I've been trying to like this.
You know
this
the
thing.
But leave your phone.
No, it's okay.
No, leave your
No,
phone.
it's okay.
Put your phone in my
No, Wallace, it's
basket.
okay.
Leave your phone and take a walk. All right? Take your phone, but don't use it.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm fine with that. No, I appreciate the fact. Why did you just do
I just
that?
ripped. He kicked the chair out in front of me.
Oh,
He
yeah,
kicked it out in front of me,
he
and I
did.
tripped over it.
I appreciate the fact that you were gonna walk the phone, and because you did, I will let you take your phone. Now go take a quick walk.
There you go.
Thank you, Trevor. He's trying to make nice.
No, I'm like, fuck.
Mr. Wallace?
Yeah.
No, Beverly Hills Ninja. You know the scene with Chris Farley?
I just said walk.
Well, there's a scene with Chris Farley.
Okay, you keep talking about it, but I haven't, it's not gonna make me
But he
go
gets
with more.
nunchucks?
How can
Yeah.
you like this,
You know what, I can't
this
explain.
stuff? This tastes awful.
Hey, can I get the hat?
Yes,
You ungrateful little punk.
I thank you, but it's not.
I don't eat it. I mean, if you don't like it, then don't eat it.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Thank you, Sam.
There you go. All right. So those are the amendments. So now let's turn to 686.
Bless you.
Everybody turn to 686. Guys, let's go 686. Libby,
I'm getting there.
doesn't look like you were. Ooh.
Y'all better.
Ooh.
What if I don't?
That's slowly
Then
a
you
show.
come off again.
Libby, you like fruit? You like fruit?
Yeah,
You
I
like
did.
what?
How about you?
I don't think that's an option for me, right? Because they're gonna swarm into it.
What's that?
But they're gonna swarm into it. There is no 886.
Oh, are you saying it's not an option for you? Yeah, you know what, Libby? I've been telling him to be quiet for like 4 years now. Not a one time. Not a one time.
Can I show you something?
No.
Okay, I really think
California Constitution today.
your Constitution.
But it's Chris Farley with nunchucks.
No, I don't want to see Chris
Maybe
Farley.
we could coach.
Okay, guys, so you need to know, excuse me. Hello, the 6 provisions, I need you to stop. The 6 provisions of the California Constitution. Libby, what's provision number 1? The California Constitution will provide for what? What? Okay, if you look at page 686, and it says the California Constitution today, and you will notice that there's a list, it's numbered, of provisions. These are the things that our Constitution provides for. Number 1. What is number 1? Provision number 1. Basic principles. Okay? So what do you guys think, without even reading it, what do you think those basic principles are?
The Constitution.
The basic principles from our national Constitution, right? Which are basically what? What does our Constitution guarantee us? 1. That we're free.
Yeah.
2. Equality. Mostly. You're right. Good point. That's the great irony of this place we call the United States. Equality, freedom, and justice. Right? Justice. That's a big thing. That's the thing that people, that the Black Lives Matter, for example, is protesting against, that we don't have justice in this country. Some people get justice, some people don't. Okay? Number 2. Devin, what's provision number 2 in the California Constitution?
Where the doors
Okay.
closed.
Hey, yes, because there's a lawnmower. Trevor, come on. Open up the 686. Did you go to the CD office? There's no way in hell you
What
did.
is the CD
The
office?
counseling office.
Oh, I want to go to the, oh, you want me to get candy for you?
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Yes.
Can I go, Rich?
Yeah. Have a seat. Sit down at his desk. Trevor, we're on 686 now. Tie tie. Number 3, provision number 3.
You're going wrong, you're going the wrong way.
Hey, Ernesto,
Yeah.
I asked tie tie questions. She can't answer because you're talking over her. I've already addressed Trevor. Thank you. Man, you are more of a spaz than you normally are.
I didn't feel like lying before.
Tie tie. Provision number 3 for the California Constitution. So far, we have basic principles. Okay. Governmental structure. Dai Chi, are you working on government right now, or are you working on computer?
Yeah.
Okay. Xavier, what does government structure mean? Like, give me an example of government structure.
Well, the 3 branches.
There you go. Give me another example of government structure. So what's structure within one of the branches? For example, what?
The court, like the judicial branch.
Okay, so courts within the judicial branch. Is there a hierarchy? Who's at the low courts? Is there a high court?
Yeah.
What's a high court called? Yeah, the Supreme Court. You guys got that, right? That's a type of structure. A governor, a lieutenant governor, a state treasurer, all of these things. Speaker of the House, the state assembly. The fact that our assembly is broken up into 2 houses. Even within the state, we have a Senate and we have an assembly that's kind of our House of Representatives. Okay? There's a governmental structure. There's a central place. Libby, what's the central place where government does its thing in the state of California? What city is that located in? Do you know?
No.
It's in Sacramento. You guys ever go to downtown Sacramento and see the Capitol Mall? Looks like the White House.
Yes.
So pretty much all capitals, all state capitals, not every single, absolutely single one. I know the one in Juneau, Alaska doesn't look exactly like it. But most state capitals kind of look like the White House, like a scaled down.
The national capital, actually.
You know what? Fair enough, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. Not like the White House, but the Capitol Act in Washington, D.C. All right. So there's a structure that's involved. At school, is there a structure? Okay? Who's at the top in the hierarchy? The principal. Who's below the principal?
Be the superintendent.
Well, at a school. I didn't say school district. I said at a school. What? VPs, below the VPs?
Administration. Janitors.
Yeah, well, they are below.
Mr. Wallace.
And so I have no freaking power here. All right, number 4. Trevor, what's provision number 4 in our state constitution?
I don't know, I wasn't here when we read this. You
Well,
kicked me
on
out,
686,
Remember that you kicked me out?
I didn't kick you
Yeah,
out.
you did.
No, I didn't. I asked you to take a walk. That's different. Kicking you out would mean I'm not letting you back in. I asked you to take a walk. I gave you a break. I needed a break. The California Constitution today, so far we have basic principles, protection of civil rights. That's huge. That's very important. We got government structure, and then number 4.
Governmental powers and processes.
So what would be, for example, a power? Give me an example of a governmental power. Excuse me. Give me an example of a governmental power. You don't have to
Power
talk
to
to me.
tax,
The power to tax, what else?
provide education.
To provide education. Yeah, our legislature can do that. Our assembly. We call our state, remember, the legislature, what does legislative mean? To legislate, legislate.
Okay.
What does that mean?
I consider the bill.
To create laws and policies, okay? Number 5, Tyler, what is provision number 5? And Samantha, you're gonna tell us provision number 6. What's provision number 5?
Constitutional change.
Constitutional change. Do we have an amendment process within our state constitution? Question, Libby, is a constitution a living document? What does that mean?
You can change it at any time.
Excellent job. Provision number 6. Samantha. Provision means, provisions are something that you are provided for. So for example, if I sent you on a cross-country trip, I would give you provisions like food, clothing, stuff like that. Maybe some money for gas. Right, so our Constitution provides the people of the state certain things.
Just a nice one.
No, you're not. You're looking over there,
I'm on.
giving her affirmation when she's blurting things out, trying to be a smart aleck. Look at me right now. Do I look serious?
No.
Well, I am.
That's a lot.
So, on page 687, Samantha, 687, you'll see number 6. Over in the left-hand side of the page, number 6. This started on 686 under the California Constitution today. There are 6 provisions. The 6th provision is, here's a hint, it's very general. You know what it is? The word is miscellaneous. So anything else that the Constitution, that our legislators need to provide for, it's kind of a general area where they can do it. Sam, what class do you have right now?
English. Oh,
Why aren't you there?
sorry, I'm good.
Whose test is that?
Psychology.
Did you bring it here?
You brought it here, why don't you take it back to Mr.
Casaza. Go take it to
No,
him.
no, that's not his name. It's Casasa.
Dude, I'm gonna steal your freaking shoes. Get out of here before I do. You're not getting them back.
Why did you steal his shoe?
I don't know, just to make his life.
Hey,
Hey, go to Casaza's, drop that off, and then go back to Savage's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go back to English, take your backpack.
All right, so that's our Constitution. $689.
What a wonderful day we're having. Yeah. Nice weather.
Are you having a spasm? A seizure? You want me to call the ambulance?
It might be a seizure.
You want to call your mom?
Mom will whoop your ass.
Please watch your language in here.
Libby said a million cuss words earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Looks like one picture.
Honestly, I think you put stone.
Everyone turn to page 689,
Are
please.
you a her?
Oh, everything's hurt.
Ernesto, please. Turn to page 689. Trevor, turn to page 689.
I'm on 689.
Okay.
I'm not where
Why are you telling me this right now? I'm trying to clean up the class. I'm happy for it. I know you're enthusiastic about the book, but I'm not there right now. My head isn't there. Trevor, dude, seriously?
He's good.
You know what? No, he's not. First of all, you don't need to turn around. Just stop. Turn to page 689. Question: what are the qualifications for being a legislator, a policy / lawmaker in the state of California? And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you guys a hint. Some of you might be able to become one if you want. Yeah. But you have to be 18 years of age. So you can be a legislator. You can become a mayor. You can become an assembly person at the age of 18 here in the state of California. Very different from the national legislative branch. Okay, where the youngest you can be is what? This goes back 25 years old to be what? A member of which house? The House of Representatives. Here in California, you can be a member of the Assembly at the age of 18. Okay. What other qualifications? Jacob, give me another qualification besides age. Give me one other. What's that? Can we be more specific? What's the residency requirement?
3 years plus 1 year for
Nico, what's the residency requirement? Look. Don't read it word for word, just take a look and then tell me under qualifications, what is the residency requirement? Three years. Okay? Give me one other qualification, Devin. So you gotta have lived in the state for 3 years. You gotta be 18 years old. Give me one other qualification for being a legislator in the state of California. Excuse me, guys.
That's asphalt.
Here, I'm going to give you a hint. It has to do with your voting district. If you don't feel safe, then move away from the window.
What's so funny about a guy mowing the lawn?
No, because the rocks.
Yeah, that happens. Why does that happen?
You know how much
I've seen those rocks break windows and go through people's cars. Well, it's not really funny when it breaks the window.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
You think that'll protect you?
Trevor, you know what? I said to myself, I'm going to take my cap off of my face and Trevor is going to be out of his desk. But I hope he isn't.
I wasn't sitting.
I hope those rocks break him.
Guys, what is the district residency requirement? Trevor alluded to it earlier before I cut him off. What?
1 year.
1 year you have to be a resident in your voting district.
One
So
year
not
prior to the election, but 3 years.
1 year prior to 3 years total, 1 year prior to the election. So, for example, if you want to be an assembly person, you can be a district assembly person. You have to be a resident of that voting district, though. So, for example, I don't know if you guys know this, but Mr. Blenner, do you guys know who Mr. Blenner is?
Yep.
He's an American government teacher here at Rio. Mr. Blenner ran for his local, he ran to be a district representative, and I believe it was the center district, or whatever district includes the center school district, that area. I believe it's Citrus Heights. Okay.
Well, I've been here in Carmichael for since June of last year. So Yeah, once I reach 18, I should be able to legislator.
You've been here for 3 years?
No, wait, I've been in California.
Can you stop?
No, I'm.
Terms. No, stop.
The word
Trevor,
Wallace.
please.
You want to take a seat?
Terms. How long are the terms?
She's not strong enough.
Hello. Thank you. How long are the terms?
4 years. 2 terms maximum.
Did you read that yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have it.
And then what is the compensation? AKA the pay and benefits. Why don't you open it up and read the dang thing?
You know, reading's not my thing,
$25,000 to $50,000 a year. Okay, depending on the district, depending on the office. What else?
That's not a lot. That's like.
It's not, because so what you guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of the people, excuse me guys, a lot of the people, for example, maybe school board members, sometimes district assembly people, district representatives, they have other jobs too. Okay?
California senators are the best paid. They now receive $110,000 a year.
Tax dollars that work.
For what? What office?
Senators.
See, now
Legislators,
that's,
California legislators.
yeah, and that's the Senate, so within the California Senate, that's a full-time job. But like, there's a town up in Nevada County called the town of Washington. And I was in Washington one time and I was talking to this guy who was like selling us some sandwiches. Me and the kids were there, and I was at a general store, and he said, oh, you know, we were talking about something, and he said, you should talk to the mayor. I was asking him about the town. He said, well, we'll talk to the mayor. I said, who's he? He goes, is that guy stocking the shelves? He was the mayor of the town. You know, so some really small towns, the amount of responsibilities, the obligations aren't as great, whereas, so if you're the mayor of LA, do you think that's a full-time job?
Yeah.
Of Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 10 million people? Yeah, that's gonna be a full-time job, alright?
What about a town of only like 200?
What's that?
And what about a town of only like 200?
Hey, Mr. Wallace.
The town of only 200?
Yeah, do you know what?
Why are you asking, I just gave you an example of that.
Mr. Wallace. No, not really sure what because of
What?
religion. Keep asking questions because they want answers.
Say it again. What were you trying to ask?
No, remember, second period, you think there's a religion where they constantly ask questions because they need the answers.
Well, what I said it's not a religion. What it is it's the spirit of this order of monks. But it's not like the religion is to ask questions. Who can be a monk? Me?
Yeah.
I have been called a monkey before.
A monkey?
Okay.
He said monk.
I called you a monk, not a monkey.
Ernesto, you're gonna answer the next, what are our sessions? How long are our sessions? So we know
Like 2 hours.
how many sessions are called within 1 year? Okay? 1 year during a congressional term. Within 1 year. How many sessions are called? So how many times do members of the Senate and House of Representatives come together? Minimum each year? No. Well, it's 4 total, so here, let me stop you. We're going too fast. I said members of the House of Representatives or the Senate will come together. How many times in 1 year? 2. Very good.
It says annual sessions.
So how many are there?
The annual.
Is there a number? So we know in our Constitution, in the U.S. Constitution, Congress is required to meet twice a year unless what, Devin? Unless the president calls what? A special session. Okay? Otherwise, Congress needs to get together and meet twice a year to hammer out bills and policies. That doesn't mean,
Oh, we talking about national?
no, that's at the national level. Now let's talk about, what's that?
I obviously don't know what's happening here.
Okay, so let's read together. You guys ready? Here we go. Trevor, turn around, please. Trevor. I'm trying to help you, Trevor.
I'm listening.
I'm doing
We are.
everything in my power.
We are.
What do I want?
Stop, Trevor.
Just some basic respect.
Okay.
You don't have to like me, just, I'm trying to get something done, I'm asking you, so let's read, we're on 691. 43 state legislatures now hold annual sessions, and the California legislature meets in a continuous 2-year session. Okay? Since the 1960s, most states have turned to annual sessions, as it has become increasingly apparent that legislators cannot otherwise handle their workload. Generally, regular sessions are becoming longer and longer. California's legislature, for example, meets in a continuous 2-year session. In addition, the governor has the power to call special sessions to allow the lawmakers to take up urgent matters between their regularly scheduled meetings. Okay, so they have a continuous 2-year session. What does that mean? What do you guys think it means? So, first of all, how long is a legislative term in California? You guys remember? What's that?
4 years.
4 years. So out of that 4 years, how many years are you working on policies, bills? How many sessions? You have a continuous 2-year session. Got it?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? What it means, Trevor, is that within this state, there are so many laws, there are so many policies, there are so many things that have to be reviewed, revised, rewritten, created as things change, as people move in, as people move out, as... Hey, Trevor, can you put that away, please? I'll be more than happy to answer your questions, but at least, thank you. So what that means is like, so for example, you have towns that are springing up all over California, okay, that are created because of an influx of people to that area. Now, will those towns need to be legislated? Will policies and laws need to be created related to those towns? Yes. Will there be, as you get different people coming into California, might you need new policies and laws to address those issues that are particular to the state? Yes. It's a big state, right? So that's what we mean by that. So basically, you guys are coming to work each day, and our state basically runs, unless there's some emergency issue, our state basically runs 9 to 5, okay guys? Monday through Friday, they get the weekends off. There's things they get to do. But 9 through 5, Monday through Friday, for a continuous 2-year cycle, they're meeting and they're hammering out policies and laws. That means they're either discussing, debating with one another, trying to work the aisles, is how we describe it. Okay, yes.
Do they get like vacation days?
Sure. They get compensation. Does it cover it in the compensation?
No.
If you look at 689, okay, so it doesn't come. And they also get an allowance of $153 a day for when they are in session. So when they're in there making laws, they get extra money. We pay for that. The taxpayers pay for it. So some people, here, I'll give you guys, there was a article written about air conditioning, and it was about the use of air conditioning. And one of the things that the person who wrote the article said was, let's take air conditioning away from the White House, from the state, or from the nation's capital. Why?
Less money for taxpayers.
Less money for taxpayers, and also one of the arguments he made was, in the past, before the invention of air conditioning, Congress would take a vacation during the summer. Why? It's really hot. Have you guys ever been to Washington, D.C.?
No.
Okay, so it's a mid-Atlantic state. It gets really humid in the summer. It gets really freaking hot in the summer. It can. I mean, it doesn't mean like every day. Just like Sacramento can get really hot, right? So you take a bunch of old men and you jam them into a big building, it's going to turn into a sauna. So, like, it was a practical decision. We recess in the summer. You know what's nice about that?
What?
You weren't getting a bunch of laws crammed down your throats at a citizen meeting. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They were forcing the issue. So if you're the kind of person who believes in less government, hey, maybe we're better off not having the government meet too much to create policies and laws that I have to live by. And as a taxpayer, that I have to pay for. Because in the state of California, I'm putting money into the pockets of X amount of legislators. And there's a whole bunch of them, guys. A whole bunch of them. What's that?
Filthy government.
Well, I'm not going that far, Austin. I'm not gonna say they're filthy.
We pay for their salary. They make us rules that we gotta follow. What are they getting? They're getting.
What are they gaining? I don't know. You know what? Why does anyone do anything? Do you think there's teachers who teach because they love the power?
No, it's just what your career.
Yes or no? I'm not asking that. I'm asking, do you think there could be teachers who teach because they love the power? Do you think there's teachers who teach because they want to hammer away at teenagers?
Definitely.
Okay, so what it is that's the human condition, right? So do you think there's teachers who teach because they love it and they want to help people?
Yeah.
Do you think there's politicians who feel the same way?
Yeah.
They want to serve the community? They want to serve, well, I think, are you being flippant right
Well,
now?
at first they want to serve me, but later on they go bad.
Do you think that's the way it goes?
They go bad.
Why?
Because you saw the power, and they say, let's jack up the tax prices and we're gonna get richer. We're gonna
That's a very cynical view, but okay, you're entitled to
we're
your
gonna
view.
spend these $1 million on stuff that.
You don't think there's any politicians out there who don't have good intentions?
I'm sorry.
Well, there are politicians that have.
Do you think there are politicians out there
Governor Brown's pretty cool.
who have,
You
you
think
like
Governor
Governor Brown?
Brown's pretty cool?
Excuse me, why can't he say that?
I'm sorry.
Why can't you respect that? Listen, excuse me, guys.
You're negative.
Let's respect, Ernesto, please. Let's respect one another's points of view. He has the right to say that. Now,
Okay, I strongly disagree with your point of
there
view.
you go. That is a hell of a lot more respectful. Why do you, so here's what I'm gonna ask you guys to do. Tomorrow, hey guys, would you stop please? Class is not over. Tomorrow, and anyone who wants to join this debate may, tomorrow we are going to begin class before we get into more of the California legislature. You're going to give us reasons for why you think Governor Brown is good, and you're gonna give us reasons for why you think he's bad. Okay? We will listen and decide who gave the better. Now listen, what we're going to do as a class, we're going to listen. Yeah, I think this would be kind of cool. We're going to listen and we're going to base our decision on who wins the debate based on reasonable evidence that they can provide. Now listen, you will, but I as a teacher, I will ding you. Excuse me, have a seat. Trevor. No, I'm not done talking. This applies to you. I will ding you, I will take points away for relying only on opinion. You need to provide evidence why you think Governor Brown is good and you think he's bad. Okay? Now, question. Do you two wish to accept that challenge?
Yeah.
Cool.
Huh?
Get my vote.
Trevor, working math grade.
I already had that. I
Oh.
had second period.
And it's well,
I told you that when you were yelling at me outside.
I wasn't yelling at you.
Well, you always didn't hear me when I said that.
I heard screaming.
You did not.
You actually told me a couple times.
Mr. Wallace.
I did.
Is it right next to you?
Oh, is it really? Don't kill it. Where is it?
Oh my god, you're so